Welcome back to Motherhood Unscripted, the podcast where we speak the truth most people are too afraid to say out loud about motherhood. And today's episode is a big one. It's tender, it's charged, it's something so many of us carry in our silence or in silence. And that is mom rage. That explosive, overwhelming fury that bubbles beneath the surface, the slammed door, the snapped tone, the breakdown that follows, and then the shame, the guilt, the fear that maybe you're messing this up, or you're messing this all up. If you've ever said, that's not the mom I want to be, you're not alone. And you're not broken. So let's talk about this. So what is mom rage really? I know that is a question so many of us are asking. Mom rage isn't just being in a bad mood. It's a full body experience. It's when you feel overstimulated, ignored. I know you're nodding as we continue. Touched out, pushed too far. And then something tips you over the edge. It can show up as yelling, crying, slamming a drawer, shutting down emotionally. And here's the thing, guys. Most people do not understand. It's not about the toys on the floor or the spilled juice or milk. It's about carrying too much for too long with too little support. I know you can relate, yeah? So stay tuned. Mom rage. When you're overstimulated, when you feel you've been pushed too hard, especially depends on the dynamics. A full body experience. And I know you can relate with me because as mothers, we are often overstimulated, especially when you can't put your baby down to sleep well, when you can't seem to be on top of your chores, when you can't seem to be on top of, the different hats that we juggle each and every day as mothers. And that is where it begins because, as I was saying, it's a full body experience, and then something pushes you over the edge, and then that's when you snap. And I'm sure you can relate because most of us have experienced, and I speak of this because I have also experienced this. And I'll go back again to when my kids were younger, and I've just gotten the baby to sleep, and then maybe my daughter has spilled something, you're tired, you're overtired, has spilled something, you find yourself, you've yelled, you've slammed the door, it's just something that happens within a snap of a finger where you are pushed over the edge. And I want to tell you that you're not alone. And you're not a bad mom, because most of these things, this mom rage that we go through, is because of how we have been expected to always look, always happy, always not needing rest. So this is now where as moms are pushed, and when you're pushed over the edge, something will have to give. So I want you to know that you are not a bad mom, because we end up feeling ourselves with guilt, with shame, shaming ourselves, making ourselves feel like, oh my God, I'm the worst mom, I don't deserve my children. But I want to tell you that some of this, most of us suffer in silence. And if you think that you're the only one, you're not. So let's keep on going and learning together. The roots of the rage. We are not angry because we are bad moms. We are angry because we are overwhelmed, exhausted, unacknowledged, and unsupported. Because the society tells us we should be endlessly patient. You know, you always have to be graceful. That is what is seen as being a good mom. But this is what you signed up for, right? This is what they tell you, that a real mother is always calm, loving, and selfless. But no one tells you what it feels like to be constantly needed, constantly interrupted, and emotionally stretched to the limit. No one talks about the rage that comes from the invisible labor, sleep deprivation, and a lack of space to just be. And when we do explode, we feel ashamed. There is a sense of feeling shamed. Because moms aren't supposed to be angry, right? That's what they tell you. But what if mom rage isn't a failure? What if it's a signal? Mom rage is not what we expect, especially when you become a mother, because, you know, in your head, even me, when I became a mother for the first time, I knew this experience is going to be easy. There's not gonna be so much problem. Even if there was, I'm going to be able to handle them with grace, because that is what society has shown me. Or even when you look at movies, you see the mom, she's always patient, you know, she's always caring, loving all the time. You know, that is what we have been conditioned to see. Even when you look around you, you won't see an angry mom. But let's be real here, guys. When you're constantly overstimulated, when you constantly don't have your space, you're human. As mothers, we tend to forget that we are human, and we feel ashamed when you get angry. Because that is not what a good mom is supposed to be. She has to have the grace from beginning of giving birth to her baby till the end. And, you know, as kids grow and get older, the dynamics change. You know, when a kid is young, you know, they need you in a certain way. Months old, when they start being a toddlers, they don't listen. You have to keep on repeating one thing over and over again. But we tend to forget that we are only human, guys. You're only human. And you're not being a bad mom when you feel angry. I have felt that before. I have felt that maybe I'm not cut out to be a mom. Because why am I angry? Why, when my child does this, I feel so much rage inside of my body? But then I began to understand why. It's because, you know, you're constantly overstimulated. You constantly don't have space. You're constantly interrupted. It's how motherhood is. It's not easy. So it's really, really important to understand where this rage is coming from. It just not does not just one day you wake up and you're angry. And another thing, the sleep deprivation, as I had talked about. I know you can relate. Moms with newborns, moms with young children. Even me, my son is still 6 years old, and he still doesn't sleep really well throughout the night. but I can't compare with when he was younger. I was sleep deprived. I did not get enough sleep. There are times I will go even for a day or two without showering because you don't even have time. And when you do, you're too exhausted. So when something pushes you to the edge, you snap. So you see where now this rage is coming from? I want you to know that you're not alone, and we are all going through this journey together. We are all going through different challenges as mothers. So always remember that it stems from somewhere. The rage stems from somewhere, and when we understand, that's how we are growing together. So we need to listen to the message beneath. It's really important for us as moms to listen. Where is this rage coming from? Because it's a messenger. What is it trying to tell you? So it might be saying, I need a break. So this rage does not come from nowhere. It is a messenger. It might be trying to tell you, I feel invisible. I know you can relate. Or I'm holding too much, because again, the modern day mother, we hold so much with little to no support. I need help and I don't know how to ask. That might also be something that the rage is trying to tell you. But I want you to know that you're not failing. Your body is responding to chronic stress and unmet needs. And the answer isn't more shame. Yeah? It's more support, more rest, more honesty. Rage is a messenger, and we need to see what is the message between this. And most of us, we suffer in silence. We go through so much, yet when you come out to the world, people will not see what you're going through. You might not know how to ask for help. You might not even know if you're holding too much. But as I was saying earlier, as moms, we juggle so many hats. I know you can relate, guys. Yeah, we carry so many hats. So much is expected from us. And that is the message that is beneath the rage. So once you get to understand that, now you'll be able to come up with a way. How can I ask for help? Do I need to talk to someone? Do I need a support group? What can I do? Do I need a little bit of time by myself and dedicate to that? So if you're feeling this, know that you're not alone and there is a solution. So always remember that as moms, whenever you feel that you are having a rage that is inside or extreme anger, know that there is something beneath that needs to be explored. So please do not ignore. Please do not feel ashamed. So many other mothers are going through. And only by sharing are we not only helping ourselves, but you're helping even the next mom. It could be your sister. It could be your friend. It could be your cousin. It could be your in-law. Could be someone on the internet. So always remember that even when we are sharing, however vulnerable it is a step to healing. What can we do with our rage besides stuffing it down or letting it explode? Here is a few ideas. Name it without shame. Saying I am angry. It doesn't make you a bad mom. It makes you human. Create micro breaks, even a few minutes of silence. deep breathing, or sleeping can reset your nervous system. Okay? So speak your needs. Tell your partner, your friend, or even journal, I need more help. I am burning out. So release the guilt, because the guilt keeps us stuck. Accountability leads to healing, because once you're accountable, that is a step to healing. Apologize when needed, because again, we are only human. But don't carry that shame, because it doesn't belong to you. And most importantly, dear mom, you are allowed to feel everything, even rage, even regret. Know that you're still a good mom, and you deserve all the happiness in this world. So always remember that. So mom rage doesn't mean you don't love your children. It means you are a mother with needs, okay? Emotions and limits. It means you're real. And I hope this episode has brought the truth. And thank you for sitting in this truth with me today. And if this episode brought you relief, please share it with another mother who needs to hear that you're not alone, you're not a monster, you're not too much, you're a mother, and you matter too, and you matter too. So until next time, give yourself grace, even in the messy moments. This is Motherhood Unscripted, and every part of you belongs here. See you in the next episode. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Bye-bye.